of free will to something else that is an illusion and does not actually exist. In order to understand the concept of freedom and how naive it is, we're going to take a little trip into history, and we're going to discuss the life of a slave in America 300 years ago. Today is what? May 2nd, 2018, according to the white man's calendar, right? Let's take a little trip back to May 2nd, 1718. What was life like for a black man in America, Latino, Native American, Indian man in America? Here in the city of Philadelphia, if you watch it from New York, St. Louis, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, you understand, Toronto, Canada, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Chicago. What was life like for black people 300 years ago? Brother. Slavery, right? When you think of slavery, what do you think of? Think of the iron, right? All right, what else do you think of? What was a day of a slave like 300 years ago? You wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that a slave or a black person 300, let's not use the word slave. 300 years ago, you black in the city of Philadelphia, the sun rising, you hear the rooster crowing. What's the first thing you got to do when you get up?
That's whatever they want you to do.
Who is they?
White man.
Okay. What does the white man want you to do?
Work for him.
He wants you to work for him. What do you get in exchange for working for the white man? Chicken gizzards, which is what? Food, right? What else do you get from the white man?
Place to sleep.
Place to sleep, roof over your head. What else did the slave get from the white man? Religion. What is okay? When you say what is religion?
Why?
No, that's not what religion is. That's not what religion is today. That's not what religion was 300 years ago. What is religion today for black people in America? What is Christianity? What is Islam? What purpose does it serve in our lives? You want to know what religion is? Religion is hope. Religion is false promises. Religion is feeling good. Religion is getting dressed up, pretending that things ain't as bad as they really are. What religion is today. Look at our community. Look at the neighborhoods we living in. Drugs, dying, police brutality. We poor. We impoverished. We going to them jobs, right? What does religion do for us? Religion helps us feel like it's going to be better one day. Everything is going to be all right. Let me ask you, brother, did you grow up in a religious house? What was the best day of the week in that religious house? Sunday. Why was Sunday such a beautiful day for religious people when you were, or for your house when you was growing up? You don't answer that question. I'll answer for myself. Religion, growing up in a Christian house, Sunday was the best day because it was the day that everything was all right. It was the day we get to go dress up. The day we get to go hear the preacher preach, say some good things. We get to hear all the testimonies. Everybody talking about how good God is. We get to sing some songs, say some prayers, get to eat when the church service was over, get to go play. It was a beautiful day, right? But then what happened the next day? Right back to the same hell all over again. Same thing all over again. You understand? Church today is the same thing it was 300 years ago, right? But let's give me more of the every day. You say you get every day, black man, black woman, you wake up, you gotta go slave for the master, right? Gotta go hit that cotton field, you gotta go work, whatever the job was. Cotton field, work in the factory, do whatever type of job you had, right? You worked the job for the master, and in exchange, the master gave you food, gave you clothing, gave you shelter, right? Food was shitty food, horrible food. Maybe it was good food. The clothes, horrible clothes. BS clothes. Not as good as the master's clothes, or maybe they were good clothes. The place you slept, run down, beat up, little log cabin or something. Or who knows, maybe it was a nice log cabin. Maybe it was new, the slave quarters where you lived. That was the life for a slave 300 years ago, for a black person 300 years ago. You wake up, go to slave for master, and in order for you to continue to live, master has to feed you, has to clothe you, has to give you a roof over your head, right? Now, May 2nd, 2018, what is the life of a black man or a black woman like in America today? Sun is rising. Ain't no roosters out in Philadelphia. What you hear? You may hear cars, may hit a trolley, may hit traffic, people riding by, engines starting up. What's the first thing you got to do when you get up? You got to go to that job, right? So you got to get some money, right? You might have a woman, you might have some kids. Hey, you might be living by yourself. But in order for you to make a way, you got to go get some money, right? If you work for SEPTA, work for a bus, you work for the bus company, you work for the buses, or you a plumber, or you an electrician, or you somebody who work at Starbucks, or work at Chipotle, you work at McDonald's. Who are you working for? Who writes your checks? White man. What do you do with that check you get from the white man for all of them 40 hours? Most people work 40 hours. Some people, if you good enough, if you blessed to have a job that pays enough for you to live off 40 hours, most people work 40 hours, right? The majority of us working more than that because you can't really live off $40 an hour at McDonald's, at Starbucks. You got it good. You working for the government or something. But if you don't have a good paying job, you got to work overtime. You got to work double time. You got to work a full 40 hours and have a part-time job. You're working 60, 80 hours in a week, right? What do you do with the money you get from all that slaving you do? Where does the money go? Brother.
Right back to them.
Oh, so who? Goes right back to the master. Why? Why do you take all that hard-earned money that you work so hard for all them hours, struggling, toiling, being away from your family, being away from your woman, being away from your kids? Why do you take that money and you give it back to master? That's a good biblical answer. But let's take the everyday person. Everyday person who ain't thinking about the curses, or thinking about the Bible. He's just making his way through this world. Why does every dollar he get go back to master? He needs to survive. And what does he need from master in order to survive? No. He's slaving for the money. He don't need the money. He needs something else that he buys with the money. What do we buy with money? What do black people buy with money today? What's the most important things that we got to use our money for? Think the necessities. You're right. A habit is actually a bit of a luxury. Some people can afford a habit. Not everybody can afford a habit. What must you afford? Think about the black man 300 years ago. The black man 300 years ago, what did he need to survive? Black woman, the black child. We needed food. We needed clothing. We needed shelter. And who provided it for us? Master did. What did we provide for master? We worked. 300 years later, black men and black women are doing the exact same thing we were doing 300 years ago. You get up, you go to your slavery, which is what your job is. You serve master. He gives you money, and you give it right back to him for food, clothing, and shelter. Your life today is no different than your life 300 years ago. Do you have a choice of whether you're going to get up and go to that job and get that money and pay those bills? Let's say you say, man, F the white man. I'm not going to serve him. Damn a job. I'm going to go out in the streets and I'm going to hustle. I'm going to get this money. I don't need no 9 to 5. Let's say you on the block, you selling weed. Where you getting the weed from? Let's say you selling dope. You know what I'm saying? You be moving packs. You moving keys, taking trips out of town, stacking bread. Who the hell is bringing all of the crack in there? Where you getting that soft at to turn it into hard? What black men have planes to fly coke from Colombia and opium from Afghanistan to make the crack and the heroin that gets sold in our streets? If you selling drugs, you are working for the white man. Let's say you a woman. God bless you with a nice body. You beautiful. Damn, she's so bad. She gonna use what her mama gave her. She gonna go work in a strip club. Oh hell, she gonna go be a prostitute. Maybe she'll get on the internet and just, sell workout videos or just be a model on Instagram. All the money she gets, who's she giving it to? Master? You are not free in America. Nobody's free in this world. You don't have a choice in the things you don't have a choice in the things you do. You are bound to be a servant. And that is what life is about. Life is about being a servant, being a slave. Here's the only choice that we have in the matter. Am I going to be a servant and a slave to the white man? Or am I going to be a servant and a slave to the creator who created me and the white man? You are not free. Never in any time period in the history of the planet has anybody ever been free. Freedom is a goddamn lie. It does not exist. It is an illusion, very much like the religion that the master gave us. Freedom is something that black people have been trying to obtain and talking about and fighting for, when it is literally something that does not exist. No matter what you do, no matter who you are on this earth, in these bodies that we have, you are going to be a servant. Yeah, we can understand that we don't have a choice to serve. How about we decide who our master is going to be? That's what the first part of this class is going to be about. Freedom is an illusion, man. It does not exist. Freedom is not reality. The life you live in today, blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, it is the same life you lived 200 years ago, 100 years ago, 300 years ago. It's the same life you're going to live in the next 100, 200, 300 years. Only thing that may change is who the master is. But no matter what, you are going to be bound by servitude. First scripture we're going to is Salaka. Bear with me. First scripture we're going to is Romans chapter 6, verse 13. Romans chapter 6, verse 13. All right? Hold on, no. That Romans chapter 6, verse 13. Get Romans chapter 6, verse 16. Get Romans chapter 6, verse 16. Today we're going to crush and eliminate the lies and the concepts of freedom and free will, because they just don't exist. Life in this dimension, or life as it was created by the Most High for us to live and exist, there is no such thing as freedom. You are bound to serve while you're in this physical body, you are bound to serve one way or another. This world has your body. What matters is who has your spirit. Everybody understands? Your body has no say in whether or not you slave out. Whether you slave for the white man to get money, to put a roof over your head, put food on the table, put clothes on your back, or you slave and serve the Most High, and He'll provide the clothes and the shelter and the food on your back. You are going to serve. Right. You are going to fight. You are going to toil. It is going to be hard work, and there is no escaping that. So the second we can all eliminate the illusion that one day maybe we'll be free and I can just do what I want to do all day and every day, that's bullshit. That is not realistic. That's not life. Nobody lives that life. Everybody understands? Read Romans chapter 6, verse 16. You got it. Yeah. That's how young Baba Shah.
Romans chapter 6, verse 16. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves service to obey, his servants ye are to whom you obey.
The scripture says, know ye not. Meaning, don't you know that whom ye yield yourselves service to obey, his servants ye are to whom you obey? What does that mean? You are a servant to whoever you obey. And every day, there's many opportunities that we all have to choose who are we going to obey? Who are we going to give our members to? No matter what, you're going to give your members to service. You can choose, am I going to serve the white man and be what he wants me to be? Or am I going to serve the Most High and be who the Lord called me to be? You go into that job, that 9 to 5, that's not serving the white man. Let's get that out your mind. Going and getting a job to survive is not serving the white man. The white man ain't concerned about your body. You understand? He's concerned about your mind and your spirit, because that is the way that he benefits. The white man don't benefit from you working at McDonald's, or you working at Heckinger's, or you working at Home Depot, working at Lowe's. White man don't benefit from you being a mechanic or an electrician. You're just a cog in the machine. You could do that in any empire. You go to Afghanistan and be an electrician, be a plumber, be a carpenter. The Afghanistan government ain't built off of electricians and carpenters and mechanics. America isn't built off of those things. You know what America is built off of? Drug dealing, voting, buying Gucci and Giuseppe and Louboutins, trying to have a Maserati, you understand, or any high overpriced car, you understand? The white man's empire is built off of guns that are used to kill black men in the streets. The white man benefits off of religion, which tells people it's okay to be a homosexual, right, which tells black men, you got to get out on that block and get that money, or else, what do Christians love to say? A man who don't work is a man that don't get to eat. All of them crazy ass philosophies we've been taught by the white man, which leads us to going against God, which leads us to yielding our members to serving sin and not serving the Lord. Your life is not about your slavery. It's not about how you survive in this slavery. Your life is about whether or not you're going to yield your body to serve Satan, or you're going to yield your body to serve the white man. America is built off of cigarettes, built off of opioid, you know what I'm saying? Built off of what they call them, painkillers. Those are the things which cause us to sin against the Most High, which allows the white man's power to exist. Today is the day that we all must decide, am I going to serve the Most High, or am I going to serve the white man? But regardless of what you choose, you're going to be a servant. Read on.
Come. His servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death, or of obedience unto righteousness.
Whether you choose to serve sin and die, or be obedient to the Most High and live righteously, you're going to serve. Read on. Sis, hold on.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Come, let her know where you at, brother.
Romans chapter 6, verse 16. No, it's like 17 now.
And then chapter 6.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17. But the Most High ye thanked that ye were the servants of sin.
But the Most High be thanked. Thank the Most High that you once was, that you were a servant of sin. For many of us, this class is going to be the first time that we ever thought, damn, I've been serving somebody my whole life and didn't even think about it. Your whole life, you probably thought you was doing what you wanted to do, didn't you? You thought you wanted to get that money to buy that outfit because you wanted to wear that outfit. Nah, you got that outfit because somebody told you that that outfit was cool. You got that outfit because being cool is what girls like. And if you want the girl that you want, you're going to have to get that outfit.
Right.
You ain't decide that that's what you wanted to wear. You ain't decide that that's what was fly. Somebody else told you those things, and that's why you did what you did to go get it. Oh, you thought you was the one that wanted to hit the block and get that money. You thought you was the one. You just woke up one day and said, you know what, I want to be the man. Nah, you learned that from somebody. Somebody taught you that that's what the man looks like. Somebody taught you that this is the way that you get up out the hood. Somebody told you that this is your only choice if you want to make it. Somebody told you that if you don't do this, you a bum ass nigga and you lame and ain't nobody gonna want you. Thank the Most High that at one time we all was sinning, we all was dumb, didn't know any better, we all were lost. We thought we was doing what we wanted to do, not realizing that we were yielding our members to serve sin, leading us to death. Read on.
But ye have obeyed from the heart that from the doctrine which was delivered you.
But today, and for some of us before today, we have obeyed from the heart, meaning what? We have obeyed from a pure place. We've obeyed from our minds. We've allowed ourselves to acknowledge, hey, I'm gonna be a servant no matter what. I'm gonna be a slave regardless if I'm a slave for this white man and smoke his weed, sell his drugs, and pimp my women out and be a hoe and be a faggot or try to be what he told me to be. Or I'm going to obey the Most High and believe the truth. I'm going to become what the Lord called me to be because of this knowledge that the Lord has allowed me to receive. Now that you're equipped with the understanding that you're going to be a servant no matter what, why not choose to serve a power that can actually give you something, can actually give you a reason to live? When I came into the truth because I got to a place in my life where I thought, if life is about going to this job for 40 hours a week, getting this money so I can go to this club and pop these bottles and pay for all these clothes just to have sex with these fake ass women who whether they like me or not, I don't know. But once I get them and have sex with them, I'm mad at them because I don't know if she really liked me or if she liked me because of the money and the clothes and the bottles I was popping. So I'm hating this woman who might like me, might not like me, but I'm confused because I don't know what's real, what's not. When I got to that place in my life, I was like, yo, this is the rest of my life, I'd rather die. My sin was literally driving me to death, to suicide. I came to a point where I was like, if life is about this 40 hours a week, which I hate, which frustrates me, which pisses me the hell off, so I can get this check, which was a good check, a nice check, the check that meant more than anybody I knew my age was getting. But getting that check drove me to just want to release and forget all my frustrations and my pain and all the compromises I was making in life. So I went and got fresh, got fly, got high, tried to be the man because I was told that this is what the man does. And when I found myself at the place where I wanted to be, I realized that it was all nothing. And that is when you really find yourself in the dark place. When the thing you think is freedom, you actually can obtain it, and it's something that really don't mean nothing, then you can lose hope. Then you really can hit the bottom. Everybody understand? Thank the Most High that we all were in sin, but now we've obeyed the form of doctrine that we received that's going to lead us to serving the Most High. You understand? Read on.
Verse 18.
No sweat, go ahead and get it. Verse 18 says, being then made free from sin, ye become servants of righteousness. Once you become free from serving the white man, once you become free from serving your flesh, once you become free from the illusion that you doing what you want to do and you living life the way you want to live it, then you can serve the Most High. Then you can start to really consciously serve a greater purpose. You out there, go ahead, sis.
So, at the end of the day, like with me dealing with my work situation, like I feel as though they're racist. So, not even though I feel as though they're racist, I know they're racist. I dealt with this for 6 months. I can't deal with it anymore because they're bringing me into the office for the same thing over and over again. It's the same thing. So it's like, okay, you're being racist towards me, basically.
Well, here's the thing, sis, and you missed the beginning part of class. The first few minutes of class, we went on a little trip back in history, right? We went to 300 years ago today, May 2nd, 1718. And we went through the life of a black man and a black woman and what their life was like. And 300 years ago, you got up, you went to your slavery, you served massa, Master gave you food, clothes, and a place to sleep, right? Well, your life today is no different than 300 years ago. You go to that job, why? Why are you there at that slavery? Are you there for master to love you? Are you there for them to respect you? Are you there for them to make you feel good, make you feel comfortable? You are there to be discriminated against. You are there for them to be racist towards you. You are there to feel hated and like you are less than them crackers, because that is what the devil does. This is what you got to realize, sis. That place is your slavery. And no matter where you go to slave, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be miserable. It's going to be white people you don't like and that you can't stand now. You can decide to leave that slavery, but you have to think about the roof over your head, clothes on your back, the food on your table. You understand? Here's the thing. Some slaveries, you can make a change, right? But I think what'll take some of the pressure off of that situation is you realizing that this place isn't designed to be kind to me. This place isn't supposed to be a place that I love and I enjoy. It is my slavery. You think 300 years ago your great-great-grandmama enjoyed the plantation? Think she enjoyed working for Miss Ann? She enjoyed cooking in the kitchen and shucking corn and out in the field? Hell no. You think she didn't cry and feel upset every second of every day the way that you are right now? This is life in this place. Don't sweat. That's life in this place. That's slavery in America. You understand? Talk to your husband, get some counsel. Maybe there's some options, but in the meantime, you have got to put yourself in the mindset that this place is my slavery. Every morning you wake up, you pray to the Most High and ask the Most High, kill these devils. Let them die and get cancer so that I can no longer have to deal with their torment, but prepare yourself for them being racist. Prepare yourself for them trying to do everything they can to railroad you and get you out of that job and to make you look like the angry black woman that they think you are. You got to fight that. You understand? That thing you dealing with at your slavery is more spiritual than it is physical. And that is a battle that you can overcome. You got to start. It starts with realizing that, hey, this place ain't supposed to be sweet. This place ain't supposed to be wonderful and I'm loving it and friends with these devils. I'm supposed to go into this place and hate it every goddamn second of every day, knowing in my mind, I'm just here for this check. I'm just here for this check so I can get this money so I can survive. I can survive. Come on, sis.
That's what my husband always told me. Like I tried to fight through it, but it's still like.
Yeah, so just talk.
Bringing in for stuff that was done already.
Yeah. So
even if I'm 5 minutes late for it, okay, understandable. I don't have to be for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, if I'm on the bus and I get there 5 minutes late, they want to bring me into the office for the same thing over and over and over again.
I understand. Here's the thing, sis. That's their job. Their job is to be the devil. Your job is to overcome the devil. So if you 5 minutes late, you're giving the devil a reason to pull you in the office. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. You got to do some things you don't want to do so that you can avoid that. You got to catch a bus an hour early. Some slavers, you're in a place where, okay, I could catch this 8 o'clock bus and get there an hour early, or I could catch the 9 o'clock bus and be 5 minutes late. You can't be 5 minutes late, sis. You got to catch that hour early bus and just deal with it. And the whole time, hating this place, praying the Lord destroy it, yielding yourself to serve the Most High in righteousness, and to know that the white man is the devil, and not give yourself over to him. Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Everybody understand? All right, so move, you know what I'm saying? Moving on. The next scripture we're gonna go to now. The scripture said that you have to know that whoever you yield yourself a servant to, that is who you're going to obey. What did Christ say about this? All throughout this Bible, the Bible covers every single The Bible covers everything in life. There's not one aspect of life that the Bible doesn't discuss, that the Bible doesn't talk about. Two words that don't exist in the Bible is freedom and free will. Because those are concepts that are foreign to the Most High. They're foreign to this life. They just don't exist. Everybody understands? Here's what does exist though. Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. Somebody up, you can get that for me? Matthew chapter 24, verse 16, Baba Kashar. Get Matthew chapter 24, verse 16.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea.
No, I'm sorry, it's like I said 24, I'm sorry. Matthew 6 and 24. Forgive me, y'all, it's a lot. Matthew 6 and 24.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
Say it again.
No man can serve two masters.
Say it one more time.
No man can serve two masters.
It is impossible to serve two masters. Why is it impossible to serve two masters? Let's say you want to try and do both. Serve the white man and get ahead a little bit, and still serve God and be righteous. So you want to ride, you want to be in the gray area, you want to be in between. You constantly jumping from one side to the other. Can't serve two masters, sis. Most High Christ. We're gonna get to that. That's the scripture about to get into. You understand? You cannot serve two masters. Read.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
You're gonna hate the one and you're gonna love the other. What does that mean? In any situation where you try to respect two different authorities or serve two different masters, one is going to be better to you than the other. It's impossible for you to not make a comparison. You understand? Think of a child with a mommy and a daddy. Daddy's always saying no. Daddy's always so mean. Daddy won't let me go play. Daddy won't let me do this, do that. But when I ask mommy, mommy always says yes. That child is going to love mommy and hate daddy. Which is why in a house, mommy got to be doing what the hell daddy say to do too. So that the child respects that there's only one master in this house. Mommy's going to say the same thing daddy says. Let's say a woman trying to deal with two men. You understand? I know all the time we say man can have more than one wife. First thing women always say is, well, why can't we have more than one husband? That's what they always say. I can't have more than one husband. I tell women this all the time. I dare you to try it. Try to have two men. Woman will drive herself crazy because Tyrone talks to her rough, tells her to shut up, pulls her hair, does the things that she likes to dominate her. But Craig is so nice and sweet, and he buy me flowers, and he give me chocolates, and he take me out on dates, and buys me the nice things that I like, and he tells me what I want to hear. That woman is going to hate Tyrone and hate Craig at the same time. She's going to love Tyrone for one thing, but that thing she loves Tyrone for, she hate Craig because he don't do it. And the thing that Craig does is to make her feel good, she hates Tyrone because he don't do it. So she trying to serve both of them the whole time, mad because she wish she could just combine them and make one giant super nigga. But that giant super nigga does not exist. So the woman will drive herself insane trying to serve both of those men. You understand? Well, you try to serve the Lord and serve the white man at the same time. Try to get high and study the Bible. Try to teach black people that they the true Jews of the Bible and they should obey the law, statutes, and commandments, but then go throw money in a strip club. You understand? Believe you can have more than one wife, and God chose you to have dominion on the earth and to be fruitful and multiply, and then go have sex with hoes. See how that work out for you. You can't serve two masters, man. You're going to love the one and you're going to hate the other. The problem is we've been told that we ain't got to serve nobody. Serve ourselves, you free. How many times you hear that BS in life? Do what you want to do. You grown. How many times you say that to yourself? I'm a grown man. I can do what I want to do. I'm a grown woman. I do what I want to do. No, you're not. You grown. What the hell is that? Where's the manual in life that says, now you grown, do what you want to do? That shit don't exist. That ain't real life. You are going to serve the Most High, or you are going to serve Satan. If you're serving Satan, you're going to hate the Most High because of all of these rules and these restrictions and things I can't do. If you're serving the Most High, you're going to hate Satan because all of that, all the things that you enjoy and want to do are things that cause you pain, are things that make you depressed, are things that lead you to death. You cannot serve two masters. You're going to love one, you're going to hate the other. You have to make a choice, man. You're going to serve the Most High and live in righteousness, or you're going to serve Satan, serve sin, and die because of the wickedness in your flesh. Everybody understand? Read on. Read on, Tamayam. Oh, my slacking, my bad. I'll read it. The end of verse 24 says, and this, it says, Matthew 6:24 says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. What does that mean? You can't serve the Most High. You can't serve the power and serve the earth, or serve the powers in the earth. You understand? You can't serve the Most High and serve your desires, serve money, serve your wants for things that the Lord say you can't have. You have to make a choice. Everybody understands? Now, what goes into you making a decision? What should weigh on you when it comes to, aside from the obvious, this life we live in is hell, man. Being in the world and getting high and trying to get money and grind and trap it out, trying to live the illusion that you see on TV of, having money and all the women and living in a nice big house and having, stable credit and all them wonderful things that people on TV have. You run yourself raggedy every day trying to chase something that damn near is unobtainable. What should go in your mind? What should be in your mind when it comes to determining who it is that you're going to serve? Let's see what the Bible says about it. Everybody understand? Let's see what Christ said about life and about the choice that we have and about the decisions that we have. Everybody understand? Come. Yeah, come. No, you good on that. Give me Matthew chapter 21, verse 28. Here are the words of Christ, man. This is written in red. This is Christ speaking, Yahweh Shah, talking to the children of Israel. And in this moment of giving us comfort and giving us a hope and giving us something to look forward to, something to be inspired about, these are the words of Christ. Let's see if Christ said, be free. Let's see if Christ said you're going to have freedom. See if Christ said, exercise your free will. This is what Christ told the men that he was raising up, the men that he was teaching to be men of God, the men that he was teaching about the kingdom of heaven. A lot of people say, man, in the kingdom, we're going to be free. No, you're not. I think what the Bible say. You ain't going to be free in the kingdom. You ain't going to be free in this truth serving Christ. Here's what you are going to have, though. Read Matthew chapter 11, verse 28.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden.
Come ye unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. What does it mean to labor and be heavy laden? What is labor? Give me another word for labor. I'm young. All of you that work. All of y'all trying to make it, trying to be somebody, trying to have nice things, working that job, working that corner, working that pole, if you're a stripper, whatever you're doing, all of you that are working, that are slaving and are heavy laden, meaning what? It's a burden to go to that job every day. It's a burden to hit that block every day. It's a burden to work that beat or do whatever you got to do to get that money. It is a burdensome thing. Christ saying, come to me, man. Come to me if you're struggling with that slavery, you're struggling with this money, struggling with these bills and these headaches and the pressure of trying to be with the TV and the radio and your woman tell you you're supposed to be. If you're struggling with, trying to be right, but in a world where the only way you're going to get ahead is by doing something wrong, Christ is saying, man, come to me. I got something for you. Come, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. Read on.
And I will give you rest.
I'm going to give you a break, man. I'll give you some time to yourself. I'll give you an opportunity to catch your breath, rest your feet, to hear your thoughts. Just be able to think about life and reflect. That's what some of us, that's all we need. A lot of times, brothers and sisters getting high just to clear their mind. Why they need to clear their mind so goddamn bad? Because they're under so much pressure, so much stress, so many responsibilities, so many things that's bothering them that they don't know how to cope with. They just try and catch a break. Well, there's something that's better than weed. Something better than pills. Something better than drowning yourself in the bottom of a bottle. Something better than hitting the block to try and get some money, to be the man, or to have that bad woman, or to be, whatever it is that you're trying to be. Christ said, come to me, man. I'll give you a break. I'll let you rest. Give you an opportunity to kick your feet up. Everybody understands? See that he didn't say, I'll give you freedom. He didn't say, I'll give you free will. He didn't say, I'll take away all your worries and your stresses. He didn't say that. He said, I'll give you rest, man. I'll give you a break. Read on.
Verse 29. Take my yoke upon you.
Hold up. What did Christ say?
Take my yoke upon you.
Christ said, be free.
Take my yoke upon you.
Don't worry about no slavery.
Take my yoke upon you.
Be whoever you want to be.
Take my yoke upon you.
No, Christ said, serve me. Serve me. Serving Christ is how you're gonna get the rest. But you ain't gonna be free. You ain't gonna stop laboring. You understand? You ain't gonna stop being heavy laden. You're just going to serve a better master than the one you've been serving.
Right.
You is the worst person that you could ever follow. All your stress, all your worries, all your problems in life is because you are following you. Because you are doing your own thing. Because you are trying to be free. You don't want to be no slave. You trying to be somebody. You a strong black man. You an independent black woman. You don't need nobody for shit. You grown. No, you stupid.
Right.
And you're dumb. And you're weak. And you are incapable of doing anything right. Which is why your life is so effed up. How about you stop following yourself? Because that yoke is heavy. What is a yoke? A yoke is iron around your neck. Like we talked about with slavery. Christ did not say he was going to make you free, allow you to do what you want to do. Christ said, I'll be a better master than the one you've been serving. Christ is a better master than the white man. Christ is a better master than you. Christ is a better master than the TV and the radio and the movies and the cigarettes and the strip club and the nice cars and the fancy houses. Whatever it is that you are serving, Christ is a better servant. Christ is a better master. You should stop serving what you're serving and take his yoke. Read on.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me.
Learn of Christ. Why is Christ a better master than the one you've been serving? Read on.
For I am meek.
For he's what? For he's what?
I am meek.
Christ said, I'm meek. Read on.
And lowly.
And lowly. Read.
In heart.
What does it mean to be meek and lowly in heart? Come on.
Humble.
Give me a better word. Humble is too broad of a word. And humble has a very what's the word I'm looking for? There's a very nuanced definition. Humble could be a lot of things. Speaking soft could be humble. That ain't what Christ is saying. Christ said, I'm meek and lowly in spirit. Think of a master. Why would this make him a good master? He's meek and he's lowly in spirit. Young. No, that's not what meek and lowly in spirit means. Think the opposite of the white man. What is the white man as a master? White man is proud. The white man is boastful. The white man is, you are in that condition because you ain't trying hard enough, nigga. You in the ghetto and you're poor because you won't do what's right. You just won't get right. You won't learn how to speak this English and go to college and get a degree. You just want to get high all day and be in the ghetto. You niggas just don't want to be good. That's your problem. What kind of master is that to serve? The motherfucker you hate. Don't you hate every day of your life feeling like you ain't good enough? When the standard of what's good is a effing homosexual, a child molester, a rapist, a goddamn slave master, a goddamn empire of murderers and killers and liars and deceivers and drug peddlers and thieves and whoremongers. That's what the white man is. He is a proud, evil, wicked master. Christ is meek and lowly in spirit, meaning what? Christ is he's meek. He's, how can I put it? God damn. Meek in this context is not he's weak, but he's on your level. He's a master that ain't, I'm the great Jesus, and you ain't living to my standard, you ain't shit. That ain't the Bible, that ain't Christ. When Christ was on the streets with his disciples and he was talking to people, was Christ around people like, yeah, man, I'm the great Christ. Y'all niggas on some other shit. Y'all wicked, sinning, getting high, hoes and faggots. Nah, I can't get down with y'all. That wasn't Christ. Christ was in the streets. Christ was breaking bread with the poor, sitting down with the publicans, understanding they struggle and they play, telling them, man, I know it's been hard. I know it's a rough life, man. Shit, it's messed up out here, but we can be better. Kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Time is coming when we're going to have to get right with the Most High. Now's the time for us to start to build with each other and learn how to serve the Most High and be who he called us to be. Christ was the way that we are in the UPK. Christ was a brother. He was lowly. You understand? Meek, when it say he was meek and of a lowly heart, meaning he didn't think highly of himself. He didn't think, yeah, I'm the great Jesus Christ and y'all niggas ain't shit. He wasn't your pastor. He wasn't the rappers you look up to. He wasn't your politicians. He wasn't the sellout nigga that leave the ghetto, leave the hood, and forget about what it's like being in that place. No, that wasn't Christ. He was right there in the struggle with us, living with us, understanding what we're going through. So when the time came for him to be able to heal us and to teach us and to be our master, he would be understanding. He would be on the level that we on. He would be able to be a brother. Everybody understands. Christ said, man, learn of me because I'm meek and of a lowly heart. I ain't some proud, puffed up cat that's going to make you feel like shit coming to serve me, man. Read on.
And ye shall find rest unto your soul.
You're going to find rest unto your what?
Soul.
Unto your body.
Soul.
Unto your feet.
Soul.
Unto your head.
Soul.
Christ said you're going to find rest unto your souls. Meaning what? You're going to have rest inside your spirit, man. The yoke of this world is to fight for something that you never can obtain. Problem with serving your flesh is your flesh can never be satisfied. How many women is enough women for you? How much food is enough food? How much vacations is enough vacations? How much money is enough money? What size house is a big enough house? What car is a good enough car? What clothes are good enough clothes? All those things are going to get worn out. They're going to get old, and you're going to want better. Read the book of Ecclesiastes. Read about Solomon's life. The richest, wisest, wealthiest man that ever lived. He set out to find the meaning of life, and he had the time, he had the money, he did everything. And at the end of it, felt empty. Found that it wasn't nothing. Solomon was a cat, and I don't know about y'all, but I love me some black women. Some Latino women, Native Indian women. If I could have all of them, I would. Ooh-wee. And Solomon had the power to do it. Solomon said, man, I'm going to go out there and get every type of woman I can find and love her and be with her and see if that's going to bring me happiness. And Solomon got all the women, got all of this tail, all the meat, all the romance, and he realized shit wasn't about nothing. Solomon took a time of his life to build great monuments. He thought, man, maybe if I build monuments in the earth, I'll leave a legacy for myself. Maybe that'll fulfill me, make me feel good. So we got architects, designed great buildings, built Solomon's temple, built this, built that, built architecture in other places. And he realized, man, shit wasn't about nothing. So Solomon said, listen, I see cats partying, having a good time. Maybe I should just party and do it big. Maybe I should just be the man. Read Solomon tell you, I went in the club, I popped my he don't say I went in the club and popped bottles, but he say I gave myself to folly. I gave myself to drinking and having fun and having a good time. All that partying, all of that being a man, popping the bottles in the VIP. Solomon realized that it wasn't about nothing. And then he went to search, well, maybe there's good men, good women out here. He went to go search for good brothers and good sisters, righteous men, righteous women. He said, man, out of 1,000 brothers, I found one cat that was righteous. Out of 1,000 women, I didn't find none. This shit is vanity. There is no satisfaction in this. He did all of this search until he realized one thing. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. This is what Solomon, who was wiser and richer than any of us will ever be, found about life. That this is the whole purpose of being here, the whole purpose of existing. This is the point. Let's see if Solomon came to the conclusion that we were put here to be free and to have free will and to do what we want to do and to live, the life that we think we should live. Young brother, if you want to read it, you can, all right? It's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13, matter of fact. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. I'm young. Let the brother read it. It's after the book of Psalms.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. You understand? This is the point of everything. You read the first 13 chapters, first 12 chapters, he's running down everything he did, searching and trying to find the meaning of life, trying to find some fulfillment. Now he's saying, here's the conclusion, man. This is my summary of all of what I just told you. Read.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Be free. Read it one more time.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Do what you want to do.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
You grown. It's your life. You only live once.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Fear God and keep his commandments. What does that mean? Serve your master. Serve your creator. Obey the Most High. Obedience is not an option, not a choice. Obedience is not freedom. Obedience is not free will. Obedience is yielding yourself to serve a greater power. And the only power that is greater than you is the Most High. The white man is not greater than you are. You should not serve him. The Arab man is not greater than you. You should not serve him. The Chinese, the Japanese, hell, another black man ain't greater than you. You shouldn't serve him. You should serve the Most High. Now, in serving the Most High, you are going to serve men who are greater than you. Why is that? Because men that are serving the Most High are the men who are going to show you how to serve the Most High. I was only able to learn how to serve the Most High how? By serving the men who serve the Most High. It's like wanting to be a doctor. Say you wake up one day and you say, man, I want to be a doctor. I want to perform surgery. Can you go pick up a doctor's book and read it and learn how to do surgery? Can you go get a surgeon manual and read the chapters on heart surgery, triple bypass? And then you go to the hospital one day like, all right, y'all, I'm ready. I read the book, man. Scrub me in. Time to get this heart hooked up. You say, who the hell is you, nigga? Who the fuck? What you doing here? What? I read the book. I'm trying to do the surgery. They're gonna say that. What the hell you say? How that work? You say you go read an electrician book. You go get the electrician books and read them and study them. You show up one day to the construction site. All right, y'all, I'm here. Where the blueprints at? I'm about to hook up all the powder. Who the hell are you? I read the book. I'm ready to do this job. They say, nigga, you ain't no electrician. You ain't certified. Well, let's say you wanted to wake up one day and you wanted to serve God. You wanted to be a man of God. You're going to read the Bible and just show up before people and say, all right, y'all, let me tell y'all how to serve God. Let me show y'all what it means to be a man of God. I'm like, who the hell are you? What are you doing? I read the book. Come on, I'm going to show y'all about God. How stupid is that? How dumb is that? If you want to serve the Most High, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an electrician, if you want to learn how to do anything in life, you're going to have to study under men who have already been studying. You have to serve under men who've already been authorized. You understand? Have already gone through the trials, gone through the tests, went through the studying and the workshops and the what do they call them? Internships to learn how to do this thing. There's only one place you can learn in the earth how to serve God and be a man of God or a woman of God, and it's in the Isupk. Right. Because only here are men who have been trained by men who serve the Most High to serve the Most High, and in their service to the Most High, they were given authorization to teach other men to do it. There's only one place that structure the Lord established exists, and it's in the UPK. And thank the Most High for giving you an opportunity to find yourself in this place in this time, because like we read in Romans the 6th chapter, verse 16, you could still be in the world. You could still be living in your sin. Everybody understand? Okay. Freedom and free will is an illusion. It's not something that exists. So stop striving for it. Right now, we are in a place where physically, if you want a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and food on your plates, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you're going to be a slave to this kingdom. You understand? But your mind and your spirit must serve the Most High. Everybody understand? Sis.
Earlier today, I was on my way to the barracks and I bumped into Esau, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And she must have seen my King of David, my chain.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, go to the King of David shield. I'm like, what do you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, well, I know a lot about that. So you're Jewish? No, I'm not Jewish. I'm a Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm trying to explain to her that I'm not Jewish and I'm Hebrew. So because I explained to my husband too, it's like, you know what? It's no need for me to even conversing with you because you're telling me something that I'm telling you that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my headphones back in and kept it pushing.
And that's what you should do. You know what I mean? You don't own no devil, no explanation.
Right, because she kept saying, you're Jewish.
Yeah, nah, that's
I'm not Jewish.
Yeah, you know the truth, sis, and she don't. So damn that devil. Everybody understand?
I understand.
All right. One more scripture on this, and then we're gonna go into the other topic, which is the consequences of serving your flesh and engaging in unlawful sex, namely interracial marriages. Everybody understand? Right now in the media, God, the Most High, is showing the children of Israel, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, the consequences of joining yourself to these other nations. You understand? And these two topics we discussing go hand in hand because of the Kanye West nonsense that's going on right now. Everybody understand? So hopefully after today's class, everybody will be a little bit better, more well-rounded in your understanding of the concepts of freedom and free will and free choice. All of that is bullshit, man. It's nonsense. It don't exist. And the real problem is serving white people. What makes a lot of us serve white people? Who we have sex with. Which is why God warned us about who we have sex with. Everybody understand? All right. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. I'll get that after we do the scripture, all right? I'll get your question after that. Deuteronomy 30, chapter 30, verse 19, all right? A brother online asked on the topic, is it wrong to want to be a business owner? No, being a business owner is still being a slave. You understand? Having your own business does that mean you ain't gonna pay the white man for food, clothing, and shelter. That's just you choosing you're choosing to be a innovator. You understand? The man who invented the cotton gin, he was an independent business owner. That man, the black man, Eli Whitney, who invented the cotton gin. Do you think that he liked being a slave? You think he was happy being a slave? Every innovation that black people have made in America was to get you out of work. The nigga built a machine that would do the cotton picking job for him. Why? Because he's tired of that goddamn cotton picking. Everybody understand? Cat built the stoplights. Why? Because he was tired of being in the middle of the street saying, stop. Y'all come this way. He built the goddamn light to do it for him. Ty made the light bulb because he's tired of holding candles in master bedroom. You understand? Every innovation that's ever been accomplished in the earth was somebody trying to get out of work. Somebody trying to work a little bit less. You understand? Cat learned how to make shoes. Why? Because he's tired of walking on his bare feet. You understand? That every innovation in human existence was to help you get out of work. The cat made a wheel. You want to know why he made a wheel? He's tired of carrying shit on his back. He made a wheel to put a damn box on top of it so he could put everything he's carrying in the box and roll it. Every innovation is to do less work. So if you are going to innovate business and do your own business rather than working for the devil, do your own business. Be an innovator. Everybody understands? Either way, you're still going to be a slave.
Right.
Just a reality. We're in a position where no matter what you do, where you go on the planet, you are going to depend on another man for food, clothing, and shelter. Everybody understands that. It's just a reality. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it's just what it is. And guess what? It's always been that way. Since time immemorial, since forever. 1,000 years ago in the medieval times, there's a cat got a whole field by itself. The only thing stopping the people that live around him from running on his land and killing him and his family and raping them and taking that land is a king who sits somewhere in a castle saying that is Mr. Johnson's land, don't touch it. 1,000 years ago, Mr. Johnson or Sir Lancelot, whatever the hell, wherever you at on the earth, Mahmoud Abdul, none of them niggas is doing anything in their life without someone else saying, nah, they all right, let them live. You're going to yield, you're going to serve no matter what. Today, choose if you're going to serve the Most High or you're going to serve a man who's lesser than you. Everybody understands? Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. This same proposal that I'm making to y'all today has been made to the children of Israel generation after generation after generation, starting with the time we came out of Egypt and Moses made this proposal. Read Deuteronomy 30 and 19.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
Moses said, I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that I have set before you life and death. What is Moses saying? When he says, I call to heaven and earth to witness before you or to witness against you, Salaki, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. What is he saying there? Give me a way of saying that today. What is Moses doing by that statement? Sis.
Basically saying like, he's not keeping the Lord's commandments.
No, not quite. Not this part. Come on with it.
If I may curse you,
Don't think curse. Don't think you on it a little bit more. How would somebody say this today? He said, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
if I may, God, the Most High,
To do what?
to visually see what you're doing wrong.
No. Today you would say this like, everybody take notes. Everybody remember this day. Moses is saying, I'm calling on the heaven and the earth to record this day against you, meaning I'm calling for the memory of this day to never go away. I'm calling for there to be a witness forever that this happened today. He's calling on heaven and earth to record this day against you. Why is he calling on heaven and earth to record this day against you? Because this day, thousands of years ago, Moses gave us the only choice that you have in life. The only option that you have in life. Either you're going to live or you're going to die. That's about as much control as you have over your life. Right? You ain't got much control beyond that. You wake up and you leave the house, you know you're gonna make it back home at the end of the day. One of my favorite songs growing up was Ice Cube's "Today I Had a Good Day." Why? Because shit, that was a good ass day. I've had many days that weren't good days. Many days when I wasn't sure I was gonna make it back in. That day was a good day, not because of all of the nonsense he did. That day was a good day because he made it home. You understand? Every day you make it home is a good day. But when you leave the house, you don't know if you're gonna make it home. What choices do you have? Choose life, or you could choose death. Choose to obey the Most High. Choose to take chances with the white man. You could choose to do what the Lord say to do. You could choose to be grown and independent and have free will, whatever the hell that is. Do what your body tells you to do. Good luck with that. Everybody understand? Moses established the only choice that we have in this life. Serve the Most High and obey him, keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, or serve the world, serve the white man, serve your flesh, and see how that works out for you. Everybody understands? Read on. Hold on, sis. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. Blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed my living. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 20.
Shalak, that's it on that. That's it on that. He said, he set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed might live. You should choose to live. You should choose life. You should choose serving the Most High, because serving the Most High is the way you guarantee you're gonna live. And when I say live, what does that mean? Live mean your heart gonna continue to pump blood and your lungs gonna breathe in the air. Is that what he's talking about live? Sis.
And that, he's gonna make it to the kingdom after this.
Yes, you're right. But in the meantime, what's the difference? But what is the opposite of living? Let's say you don't obey the Most High. Your heart's still pumping blood, your lungs still breathing air, but you aren't living. What are you doing?
Your life.
Go ahead, sis.
Your basic with Lucifer.
Okay, no, don't think that. No, young brother,
Sleep.
you on it, you closer to it. I'm young.
Spiritually dead, if I let drive home.
Oh, y'all on it. Y'all said the same thing. Spiritually dead in the valley of dry bones. Sis, what you said basically is you serving Satan.
Right.
Here's what somebody used this phrase years ago, and it always stuck with me. If you're not obeying the Most High, then you just breathing to death. You just breathing to death. You're a dead man walking. You just counting down the days. You just filling in the days until your body dies. Spiritually, you're already dead. Walk around every day miserable, hate your life, hate yourself, hate people around you. People around you, miserable, hate their life, hate you, constantly trying to scheme on each other, get over on each other, hurt each other, abuse each other, take advantage of each other. You live in the life of a dead man. Everybody understands. And that's your life if you ain't obeying the Most High. You can't live if you're not obeying the Most High. You can go out and get all the money, get all the women, pop all the bottles. You're going to still be dead on the inside. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be depressed. Why? Because your spirit is going to be consumed with Satan. Consumed with not having enough. That ain't living. That's breathing to death. Everybody understands. Choose life that you may live and that your seed after you might live. Because if you don't choose life, you're going to go through this world breathing to death, and you're going to pass that on to your children. Everybody understands. With that, we're going to drop that. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. We're going to go into interracial marriages right quick. Man, let's not go into that. Let's get, we're going to go into it. That's the scripture. In the Apocrypha, let me give 1 Ezra chapter 8, verse 84. All right. Here are the consequences of interracial marriages. The Most High warned us not to give our daughters and our sons to these other nations, because when you, black man, get a white woman, get a Chinese woman, an African woman, when you, black woman, give yourself to a white man, Chinese man, Japanese or African man, what you are doing is you are taking the Lord's precious jewels and putting them around I'm not going to use a metaphor. You are weakening your nation. Everybody understands. You for sure destroying yourself, because it's impossible in this society for you to be the one that's winning in an interracial relationship. If you are a black woman dating anyone other than a black man, Latino, Native Indian man, you are a bedwench. You are a purchased whore. You are a trophy to carry around. Look at this black woman I didn't get. Took her from all the gangsters, took her from the thugs, took her from the entrepreneurs, the college-educated brothers. You've stolen goods. You're a trophy for another nation to carry around. Yeah, that amazing twerking black woman from the Americas, I got me one. I was like, look at it. I laugh. Black man, you give yourself to a white woman, Chinese woman, Japanese woman, African woman. Look at this nigga that I got. Yeah, that Mandingo, yeah, I got me one. Yeah, that LeBron James, that Adrian Peterson, Emmett Smith, I went and got me one. Yeah, the ones that were slaves, that they run faster than everybody on the earth, they jump higher than everybody. Yeah, the gangsters and the thugs, the murderers, the killers, the drug dealers, the ones that go to jail and they don't give a fuck, throw away the key. I got me one, Susie. That's what you are. And in doing that, you destroy, you cannot help but destroy yourself, but you now become a part of those people destroying your nation even further. Everybody understands? Here's what the Most High told us about that. Let me get 1 Ezra chapter 8, verse 84. How many of them you got?
84?
8 and 84. 8 and 84. Come on. Bear with me for a second, sis. All right, I'm gonna try to get through these scriptures. The time getting short. All right. First Ezra chapter 8, verse 84.
First Ezra chapter 8, verse 84. Therefore, now shall he not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons. Verse 85. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them, that ye may be strong.
Here's what happens when you, black man, go have sex with white women. You having sex with that white woman makes you think white people is all right. Because that white woman will put your penis in her mouth. That white woman will put your penis in her vagina and let you do all types of manly things with it. You think, oh, white people ain't so bad. Found me a nice one. I found me a good one to make me feel good. Nothing can disillusion a person more than sex. Understand? And as a man, a woman with some sex could make you believe anything. You can argue with a woman that she say the sky green. The woman, you crazy, the sky blue. Nah, it's green. Yeah, woman, you don't know what the hell you talking about. Let me prove it to you that the sky is green. You say prove it. Next thing you know, she on her knees and your eyes is closed and you, yeah, baby, the sky green. You understand? It's the power a woman get. You meet a woman, she tell you, I'm not no hoe. You like, man, I know you a hoe. I ain't no hoe. Nah, I'm just, man, nah, I know you be, I know you got a man somewhere. Nah, I ain't got no man. I ain't got no man. I want you. I love you. Please, let me just be with you. You so strong. You so manly. You know, I've been watching you for some time now. I see you walking, going to your little job or on the block. I seen you in the club a couple of times. I know you seen me, something. You can believe that she not a hoe. Have sex with her, and then Tyrone come home from work early. And you in there with his woman, and now you jammed up. Everybody understand? Women have a power that very few, that women have a power like nothing else on this earth. And you give yourself to a woman of another nation, you are putting yourself in a position to be made weak and to be taken advantage of. Everybody understand? The Lord said we shouldn't make marriages with them because making marriages with them would cause us to seek peace and make us weak. Everybody understand? The problem with black people in America is we don't know that we at war with these nations. We don't know that the transatlantic slave trade was war against us. We don't know that, the 13th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution was war against us. We don't know that the NBA and the NFL is war. We don't know that crack and weed and heroin is war. We don't know that the American judicial system is war. The police is war. And sex with these people is you surrendering to the war. Everybody understand? The Lord said, never have sex with these people, never mix with them, because it would cause us to be weak and to seek peace. Everybody understands? Drop that. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
The Most High said, don't give your sons to their daughters, and don't take their daughters for your sons. Read on.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
The Lord said, when your sons have sex with their daughters, your sons are going to not serve him. They're going to serve their gods. You understand? What is the God of the white man? Tell me up. No. No, that's the same difference. He said Caesar Borgia, he's talking about white Jesus. That is not the God of the white man. Tell me up. No. That's on it. That's an idol, but that's not the God. No. What does the white man worship? Zion, y'all, you got it. Brother answered on the computer. A couple people answered. All y'all copying Zion. He got there first. Y'all gotta be quicker with them fingers. You understand? Money is the white man's God. And when you're a black man and get a white woman, guess what? You ain't gonna serve the Most High. You ain't gonna care about the black struggle, the black plight, black people getting free. You know what you're gonna care about? Money. It's gonna be your bottom line. You wanna know why rich Negroes get up in this white man's world and never come back to the hood? Because when they give themselves over to these other people, they worship their gods. The white man's God is money. You're a black man with a white woman, you cannot possibly care about the problems of black people because you got to care about their money. All the athletes, all the entertainers, they are rich. They have money. You understand? They go get them a white woman, and The money is all that matters. Everybody understands? Why do brothers go and get a white woman? What is the draw towards a white woman, a Chinese woman, an African woman, an Arab woman? Why do we go for something that belongs to another man? Give me Most High Christ. Give me the scripture that says that. Most High Christ, give your brother a hand. He said envy. You understand? Jealousy of what these other people have is the reason why so many of our men fall. You understand? Read.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Say it again.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
The Lord said, don't envy your oppressor. Don't be jealous of the white man. Be jealous of nothing that he has. You understand? 3 and 31. Don't be jealous of the goddamn white man.
Right.
Don't be jealous of the house he live in, the car he drive, the clothes he wear. Don't be jealous of none of that. You want to know why black entertainers, you want to know right now, black rich men are wearing skinny jeans and, gay clothing. You want to know why the fashion has changed? Because rich black men are jealous of rich white men. And to feel like they are something, they got to go put on the rich white man's clothes. You want to know why rich Negroes go and give their money to Gucci and Giuseppe and Louboutin? Because it makes them feel like now, because black people, this is heavy, because we know that the white man's God is money, we feel like if we have enough of it, maybe we can be close to God. Maybe we can be close to them. Maybe they'll respect us if we have the money. Maybe we can be equal if we have the money. Maybe they can look at me like I'm more than just a nigger if I have the money. The problem is the white man worships money, but knows that you are his enemy. You worship money and think that the white man will be your friend because of money. Everybody understands? Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31, the Lord said, envy thou not the oppressor. Don't envy what this man has. Read on.
And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. Don't choose any of his ways. Don't choose his religion. Don't choose his lies. Don't choose his lust. You understand? The white man's ways is everything that goes against the Most High.
Right.
Homosexuality, pimping, having sex with women, throwing them away. You understand? Being a homosexual, getting high, smoking weed, popping pills. You understand? All the evil that we do comes from trying to be like the white man. Brothers today think they gangsters. I'm a gangster. I'm a thug. I'm out here hustling on the block. White man been doing that for thousands of years. You think you doing something with them little bit of the packages you move? You ain't doing a goddamn thing. Go Google the Opium Wars. The white man toppled China, a very ancient great civilization with heroin. That's how the white man broke China. You think you doing something on your little ass block, killing the 10 families that live in 2 blocks of where you live at? You ain't doing shit. White man broke the whole goddamn country with crack. Broke all of black America with goddamn heroin. Broke your family with it. You think you doing something? You ain't doing the goddamn thing. The white man is the pioneer of all gangsterism. Or you think you a killer? You a killer. You ain't scared of shit. You'll body a nigga quick. But when the police come, what you do? You run like a bitch. You're not a gangster. The white man is a gangster. White man will shoot you. Got a camera here, shoot you dead, put handcuffs on you and say, stop resisting, then go in court and say, I was afraid for my life. And they'll say, not guilty. White man is a gangster. You ain't shit. Everybody understand? Stop trying to be like the white man. Stop being jealous of what he has. Because you ain't built for that. Everybody understands? Let the white man have his portion, man. Let him have what belongs to him. Being a murderer and a killer and a drug dealer and a faggot and a pimp, that belongs to the white man. Being a slut and a whore and a stripper, that belongs to white women. Black women, let them have that. You wanna know why black women are hoes today? Every hoe that has somebody to look up to. The greatest hoes that have ever lived in American culture is Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor. Go look at Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor. Both of them white broad. They were sluts in the 50s. You understand? When women was wearing 40s, women was wearing prairie dresses and putting goddamn baskets under their dress. Them broads was getting loose. You understand? Marilyn Monroe is 1959. That slut is on the table of the president's office saying, "Mr. President," on TV while his wife is in the room. Y'all bitches in that hoes like these white women is hoes. That hoeing thing belongs to these white women. Let them have it. Everybody understand? Let them have their culture. Leave that shit alone because it doesn't belong to you. Stop being jealous of them and choosing their ways. Everybody understands? Here's the problem that we have being jealous and envious of our oppressors and not knowing that we are at war and not knowing that our oppressor is our enemy. Give me Isaiah chapter 51, verse 23. Isaiah, matter of fact, give me Isaiah 51 and 21. Isaiah 51 and 21.
21.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 21. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine.
The Lord said, "Hear now this," meaning listen up, man. Hear this. Thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. You who are afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. What does it mean to be afflicted? What is the term today for being high? What is the legal term for being high today? What do they say you are? Under the influence. Afflicted is like under the influence. I mean, you affected by something. You altered by something. Hear this, you afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. The Lord is saying, there's a people who are high and they drunk, but it ain't with wine. High ain't with drugs. Drunk, and it ain't with wine. You understand? He's talking to us. But how can you be high and drunk, but not with wine? How can you be high and drunk, but not with drugs? What alters your mind, alters your way of thinking, alters your body movements if it ain't liquor and drugs? What else can affect you the way weed and liquor does? That's a good start. Ego. Where does ego come from? How does somebody's ego be boosted? Or how does your ego take over? Where does the ego exist? It exists in your mind. So what are we actually talking about when you say the ego? I said, so when you say ego, what are we actually talking about? You're altered and you're affected, not with wine, not with drugs, but with your ego. What you said the ego is in the mind, right? So what's actually affecting you? What's actually changing you? What's causing you to do things like wine and drugs would cause you to do things?
Feel like right about something.
Mm-hmm. How do you know you feel anything? How would you describe feeling to somebody? Let's say somebody didn't know what feeling was. How would you describe to them feeling? Let's say you felt sad. How would you describe that to somebody? I'm trying to get you to see where those things come from, where they start. How do you know you're unpleased? how do you analyze something that happened to say it didn't go your way? Where does the analyzing take place? I'm gonna help you out. All of those things are in your mind. It's your thinking, your thoughts. You understand? Your ego is just thoughts in your head. Your belief is just thoughts in your head. Feeling good, just thoughts in your head. Feeling sad, just thoughts in your head. Feeling in love, it's just thoughts in your head. Feeling like I'm the man, I run this shit, it's just thoughts in your head. It's all thoughts. You understand? The Lord is saying, listen up. You drunk and you high, but it ain't with wine. It's with what you're thinking, with what you're believing, with your philosophy. You understand? Right now, black people are drunk with thoughts that we can be equal. Thoughts that we free. Thoughts that white people will love us, we just get money. If I can copy a white man good enough, maybe he'll look at me like himself and not look at me like niggas. That's somebody who's drunk and high. But it's not necessarily with drugs, it's in their mind. You understand? O.J. Simpson was drunk with the philosophy that he was not black, he was O.J. Bill Cosby was drunk with the idea that Bill Cosby, I can have sex with all these white women and pop mollies in their drinks, and it's gonna be all good. We're just having good fun. Kanye West was drunk with the idea that I'm a genius and I make amazing art. So white people will love me if I just be a good enough nigga to them. He went and got a white woman and lived that white life and got caught into the whole Kardashian thing. You understand why? Because he's drunk and he's high. Now he's physically drunk and high off of pills and whatever else he's taking. But before the drugs, he was drunk off of white power. He was drunk off of white supremacy. He was drunk off of, if I can just be what these white people need me to be, then I'll be good enough for them to look at me like one of their own. And when you get drunk and you get high off that drug, ain't no coming down. It's a rough crash to the bottom coming off of that drug. Everybody understand? The Lord said, hear this, those high are those afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Read on.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 22. Thus sought thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that
Pleadeth.
the cause of his people.
Let's analyze this real quick. Let's analyze this first line because it goes back to the first topic we covered, which is being a servant, right? It said, thus saith thy Lord, the Lord. What does that mean? If you read this in Hebrew, it would say, thus saith your master, the Most High. Thus saith your master, Yahweh. Everybody understand? Who is the Most High? He's our master. He's not our he's not our freedom giver. He's not our free will offerer. He's our master. You understand? He is the Most High, and we are his subjects here to serve him. You understand? Thus saith thy Lord, the Lord, thus saith thy master, the Most High, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. I'm going to read it from here just for time's sake. He said, behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury, thou shalt no more drink it again. The Lord said, I'm taking out of your hand. Imagine you got a cup to drink. And in this cup is something that's harmful to you. The Lord's fury is in this cup. The Lord's anger, him being mad is his metaphor. The Lord is angry. He's mad. And he wants punishment. The Lord feels that anger and that punishment and that wrath into a cup and says, here, Israel, drink it. Drink, black man, because you disobeyed me. Drink, black woman, because you didn't want to do what I told you to do. Drink all this suffering and pain because you refuse to acknowledge me as your master. The Lord said, that cup you've been drinking, that's filling my fury, I'm taking it out of your hand. And the dregs of that cup, meaning now, what's the strongest part of any drink? What's the strongest part of any bottle? The bottom. That's all that thing that gets settled down there in the bottom of the bottle. The Lord said, give me that cup. I'm going to take what's in the bottom of that cup, the dregs, the strong parts, and I'm going to give it to the hand of the people who have been abusing you. Give it to the people who've been hurting you. I'm going to give it to the people who have been mistreating you. Everybody understand? Read on.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse
24 and 23.
23. But I will put it onto the hand of them that afflict thy.
Afflict, you got it. None that afflict thee. You understand? No sweat. We afflicted, right? We altered, we affected. The Lord just said we ain't altered and affected with drugs. We are altered and affected by them. Understand? These other nations are the reason why you so destroyed. These other nations are the reason why you think the things you think, feel the things you feel, have the ego that you have. Those thoughts that you think are your thoughts, they ain't your thoughts. They come from your enemy. They come from the people who are trying to destroy you, who have destroyed you, who destroyed your race, destroyed your neighborhood. You look in the black community, you see how horrible and effed up things are. Know that it's because your enemy has done it. Because these other nations have sought to destroy you. The Lord said the time is coming where they ain't going to destroy you no more. I'm going to give them that cup to drink. You understand? Read on.
Which has said to thy soul.
This is what they've said to you. This is how they have afflicted you. This is how they have treated you. Read.
Bow down, that we may go over.
They have said, bow down, that we may go over. What does that mean? What does that look like? The white man saying, bow down, nigga, so I can walk over. 300 years ago, they may have physically told you to lay on the ground so they could walk on your back, right? But today, how do they do it? Hey, nigga, go make this trap music. You understand? Hey, nigga, go make songs about your women stripping and being whores. Hey, nigga, go bounce this basketball. Hey, nigga, go run the 40-yard dash so I can see how fast you are. Let me see how high you can jump so I can draft you to my team. Hey, nigga, hit this pack. Go get rich. Go be a baller. Go stunt. Go do it big. You understand? Make this music. Make these clothes. Influence all the hip-hop so that everybody will start to do what you are doing. The white man has been telling the rich and the wealthy amongst us to bow down so that we can go over. Bow down, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be your friend. Bow down, and maybe, just maybe, I'll accept you. Bow down, and maybe, just maybe, you can share in some of my wealth and my power. That's what's happening to men like Kanye West. Okay, fuck that. I'm sorry, excuse my French. It's not even Kanye West. It's you. It's your brothers. It's the ghetto. How many cats in the hood want a white woman? And when I first moved to Philly, I'm sorry, I know y'all might be from Philly. I'm not from Philly. I'm from DC. It was bad down there. When I moved here, I was like, yo, Philly gets some of the lowest self-esteem brothers I've ever seen in my life. Because it would be like a cat that's strong and looking good. Now, when I say looking good, I mean he's a healthy looking cat. He ain't like he struggling and drugged down and shit. He had a nastiest, slutty looking white broad. I'm like, he on the train with her and shit. Come on, baby. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing with this nasty pale beast? What the wrong with you? I'm talking about Philly got some ugly ass white women. It's ugly. All white women ugly, but Philly white women is the ugliest white broads I've seen on the earth. And brothers be like, they got a trophy, like they got a queen, and I'm like, nah, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If that's what's happening in the hood, I can only imagine how Kanye feel. Kanye feel like you can't tell me nothing. I made it. I got the nastiest. Everybody done seen my woman take Rob. Everybody done seen my woman naked. You understand? He feeling like he done did something when, brother, you ain't did nothing but you shamed yourself. You have bowed down and let white people use you as a stepping stone. Everybody understands? And because we don't know that we're at war, because we don't understand that there's no such thing as freedom and free will, we don't know how to process these things. When the Bible has already told us thousands of years ago the meaning of all of this. If you go against the Lord, if you disobey the Most High, the only thing that's waiting for you is destruction. You just breathing to death. I saw that. I see brothers and sisters every day in this struggle, in this oppression, in this slavery, and they think that they got it, that they making it and they doing it big. I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to survive to the kingdom get here. Everybody understand? And the best way that you can survive, like right now, people worried about World War III. People worried about, the dollar crashing, all types of conspiracy stuff out there. They worried about Donald Trump and, FEMA camps and martial law. I'm worried about getting through tomorrow without sinning against the Lord. That's all I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting through the rest of the night without sinning. As long as I can do that, I know the Lord got me, man. I ain't all that doing it big and $1 million mansions and yachts and boat parties. Y'all can have it, man. I'm good. Just let me serve the Lord. I'll go live in a box. If I gotta go live in a box on the street and serve the Lord, I'll go live in a box on the street. I don't give a damn. All this material stuff don't mean nothing to me, man. Just give me the Most High. I'll be content. Everybody understand? Guess what? That's not my thought. That's not my thought. That's the Lord. You know what I'm saying? If I could have my desires, yeah, I'd live in a big ass house and drive a nice car and I'd be the man. But serving the Most High ain't about what I want. It's about what the Lord wants. The Lord wants me to be obedient. It means I got to be in the shoebox being obedient. Hey, I'm in the shoebox. It means I got 5 wives and I'm obedient. Hey, I got these 5 wives. It means I get to teach this class and be obedient. I'm teaching this class and being obedient. Everybody understands? Find what that is for your life. Find what serving the Lord is for your life. If serving the Lord means you're going to lose that woman you got and your kids going to hate you, lose that woman and them kids. It means you're going to lose that job and you're not sure how you're going to provide, lose that job. It means you're going to move to a new city, get a new name, become a brand new person, which is what we all going to do, being in the truth, then do that. But whatever it takes, survive. I'm trying to live like the white man. This is his kingdom. This is his empire. This is his heaven. Let him have all the good and the wonderful things that it takes for him to have. You got to compromise your soul. You got to compromise your integrity. If you have to compromise your service to the master that you chose to serve, it's not worth it. Everybody understands? All right. Any last questions before we close out the class? I'm young.
I want to add to that, sir. The scripture I made.
Yeah, come on with it.
I want to add Matthew chapter 10, verse 39.
Let's get Matthew 10:39 right quick. Yeah. Matthew 10:39. Now you go ahead and read. You go ahead and read it down, yeah.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it.
If you find your life, meaning you find a life in this world, you find a life breathing to death, then you're going to die. Just a fact. If you find your life in this, a lot of cats say live fast, die young. Say you find yourself living fast. You're going to die young, huh? Find yourself in the streets and on the block doing the evil that you're doing, you're going to die in it. You know what I'm saying? People say live by it, die by it. Go ahead and live by the world if you want. Live by your flesh. You're going to die by the world. You're going to die by your flesh. You understand? You want to live by the drugs, you're going to die by the drugs. You want to live by the guns, you're going to die by the guns. Live by the whores, you die by the whores. Or you can live by the Most High and live. I know too many brothers that live fast and die young. The Lord spared me from that. A lot of what I do for the brothers that the Lord didn't give an opportunity to sit in this class. A lot of times I'm on the edge about to do something evil. I think about the cats who died doing evil and say, what if the Lord could have stopped them and showed them what he showed me? They have made a different decision. It's bigger than just you and what you want. You ain't grown, you ain't independent, you ain't free, goddammit. Your only choice is to choose life or death. Choose wisely. With that, pass class over to Priest and Officer Tamayoung.
Got like one other hand. We had an ISUPK, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brother and sister. When their brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if your brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithing is a commandment. You can find it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and also in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 and 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew by Isupk. 10 for every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. The next upcoming holy convocation starts sundown, May 26, 2018. Find us in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 34 through 40 to verse 44. Right. And if anybody want to be a trooper in the school, talking about all black, boot, shirt, pants, everything, the scarf, and with that, Amazu, it means stand.
So, lucky y'all, for the time's sake, we're just gonna salute out. You know what I'm saying? I got class started late. I don't want to keep y'all later. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Men of Israel, we'll give one courtesy salute. Amazu Shabbat, Amazu, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathon.
And what we just said, and most high, in the name of Christ, bless you. Guys, Matah, hands down. Sorry, on your turn. Sister, you're going to stand in a 45-degree angle, with your right hand over your left. And when we say Barak, put your right hand over your chest. Men of Israel, we'll give one courtesy salute. Amazu Shabbat, Amazu, Barak.
Yahweh Shema Latah Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shema.
Shema.
Alatah.
Alatah.
Bahashem. Yahweh. Bahashem. Bahashem.
Hashem.
Yahweh. What we just said, may the Most High, in the name of Christ, what I told you. Y'all in the top, with your hands down. Class is mixed.
Shalom. Yeah, dude. Go ahead. Do you think, sister?
A car out of water. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state.